Hello everyone, me Vivek, welcoming you on my channel Duvidha to Suvidha. So today we are going to cover a very popular topic, which is Playwright. So first of all, let's have an introduction of Playwright. I want to introduce you to it because being an automation tester, I know that what are the challenges that one can face using Selenium, which is an open source which is an open source library and a very popular tool in the market, so for web automation. Okay, so as you know that these days most of the things are going web, because web first is the initiative, and everything that we can see on our normal system on mobile phones and everything, so they are going on web. Because having a single uniform platform is always better than having is always better in management, in you can say that in the code management, in the development, in testing, and multiple aspects. So that's why everything is going web. So learning web automation is very important these days, for at least for a manual tester. Okay, for a manual and an automation tester both. Playwright is a tough competitor of Selenium, I must say, because it has successfully successfully help us in mitigating the flaws of Selenium. Okay, so let's see how. Okay, so this is the website playwright.dev.java. You can see that Java here because I have chosen the language Java, and if you are comfortable with Node.js, then you can choose that. If you are comfortable with Python, then you can choose this .NET. Most welcome. Okay, so now on this page, if you can see that this can be used at multiple browsers, multiple platform, because it's a one API. This is a cross you can do cross browser testing, because this tool supports Chromium, WebKit and Firefox. Means आप एक टेस्ट बनाइए और उसे अलग अलग ब्राउज़र्स पे चला के देखिए कि कहीं कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं आ रही है. Okay, you must be wondering that why Edge is not written here, because Microsoft it is a basic tool of it's a basic browser in every Windows machine. Okay, so I want to tell you that Microsoft Edge is also built upon this Chromium one. Okay, so if you are running this, then you are also targeting Microsoft Edge as well, so no worries at all. Then cross platform. So there is a need that came multiple times that we have as you can see that currently I am using this Ubuntu version, Ubuntu. Okay, currently I am using Ubuntu, so this is a Linux one. Okay, but you might be using Windows, or someone is viewing this tutorial on Mac OS. So there can be a chance, or there can be a chance that it can work, and it can work in multiple machines. Okay, and multiple operating systems. So it is providing us a facility that it can run anywhere, because this is a API, and in API the restrictions like this goes off, because it's like locally or on CI, and headless or headed mode. It can run in headless mode, it can run in headed mode, so both can be done successfully, so no problem at all. Then this cross language, so you can see that as I already told you, that we can we can try it in multiple languages. Okay, multiple languages, like you can see TypeScript is here, JavaScript is here, Python is here, .NET is here. So it's up to us that what we want to try, and we can successfully try that. Okay, then test mobile web. It can also test mobile applications, like how you must be wondering, like how mobile application, does it connect with Appium or some sort of open source free tool, and then it goes and then it launches and mobile phone in the emulator in the in the system, and then test it. No, I must say that no, there is a limitation here, and I want to tell you that. So if you go and go to the Windows dev like this dev tool, so there is a facility here that you can choose the dimension of your screen. Okay, so I can choose iPhone SE, I can choose iPhone 12 Pro, I can choose like Samsung Galaxy. So this way it just transform the screen and try to see like how the things will be visible, how the things will be visible on that particular screen size. So this is what the test mobile web. Okay, now the very important thing that one should know about this Playwright, that this is resilient. So no flaky text now, no flaky text now. Okay, so you have seen that सेलेनियम में क्या होता है कि जब हम उसको चलाते हैं स्क्रिप्ट को, तो हमें वेट्स जो हैं वो मैनुअली देने पड़ते हैं. जैसे अगर कहीं पे हमारा स्क्रिप्ट जो है अगर इफ़ यू हैव क्लिक्ड ऑन समथिंग एंड देन द पेज शुड लोड एंड देन आफ्टर दैट द एलिमेंट शुड विजिबल एंड देन वी हैव टू क्लिक ऑन दिस. ओके, बट प्लेराइट के साथ क्या है कि इट हैज़ अ ऑटो वेट फीचर. सो ऑटो वेट फीचर में यू कैन सी हेयर दैट इट ऑल्सो हैज़ अ रिच सेट ऑफ इंट्रोस्पेक्टिव इवेंट्स. The combination of two eliminates the need for artificial timeout, the primary cause of flaky text. So what in Selenium also we created like when we work on our framework. So what happened when we click on something? So when we want to click on something, so before that we used to check that whether the element is clickable or not. So and after that only we go for that click action, or if we want to input a text in some input area, then we also test whether the field is editable or not. So these things we have to implement manually in the code when we were using Selenium, but in this it's automated. So no need to worry about that. You just simply need to write that command and it's already been written in their default library, and they will call it and they execute it. So this is a web first assertion. Playwright assertions are called are created specifically for the dynamic webs, and checks are automatically retires. Just a minute guys, I have to implement this. Yeah, okay, so you can see that web first assertions are there. Playwright assertions are created specifically for the dynamic webs. Checks are automatically retired until the necessary conditions are met. Okay, then tracing, configure test retry strategies, capture execution trace, videos screenshot, and videos screenshots or videos are also there, being an evidence, or screenshots are also there. We can capture it. So no need to like created a different function for that for capturing a screenshot. It has a inbuilt one. So no trade-off, no limits. It's like it's limitless. I can say. So this is that multiple everything. So if you want to run it in like test scenarios that span multiple tabs, like suppose if you click on a button and it's just open a new page in multiple tabs also, then multiple origins and multiple users are using it. So you can also do that. So suppose there is a scenario where one user created a request and the other super admin user has to accept it, and then the user need to go and again check whether the request has been submitted successfully or not, or it has been approved or not. So there you can see that there is a simultaneous if you create it using Selenium, that what you do, you first log in using this one, then you log out that account, then you again log in with an admin one, then go accept that particular request, then again log out, then again log in with the another user one, then again you have to check and then log out. So this login, log out, it's taking time. But what happened that in Playwright you can create you can run multiple threads. Okay, so first thread will wait, like suppose in two parallel like threads, one is user and one is the admin one. So one user launch, then it creates the request, and another admin one will wait until the request has been created and the request ID has been generated, and once the request ID has been generated, then it has been feed it to that the admin one, and then the admin one is start up, simply go and approve it, and then it just provide a flag to that user one, that okay, you are you can go and check, I have confirmed that. So this way it saves time, and we don't have to do login logout again and again. Okay, so this kind of things that we can do. Then there are trusted events as well. Interact with dynamic controls, product like produce trusted events, Playwright uses well, real browser, input pipeline. So there are multiple things. So I'm not going in the depth, otherwise it just make the session more related to that you can say a lecture one, not the practical one. So I want to go with the practicals first. So this is a full isolation one. So browser contexts, basically you can say that they are free, they are independent, and if suppose one browser is created, then it's not going to interact with the another, it's going to work in isolation, and it's not going to hinder another session or another browser window. So that is also a good thing, that in one pan you can run the user one pan you can run the admin one. So that is also good. So this is a very powerful tooling. Then you can use CodeGen for generate test by recording your action. We can also record our actions and then create the test automatically and save them in any language. So this is basically for those who want to record and run, and you can say zero scripting one. So that is for them. This has also been integrated with that. Then we have Playwright Inspector, inspect page, generate selectors, step through the test execution and see points and run. And then this trace viewer. Trace viewer is basically the investigate the test failure, Playwright trace conditions, that test execution is screenshot, live DOM. So that is for if you are running a bulk suite. Okay, if you are running a bulk suite, like suppose 200 script or 400 script or something, and you don't want to go to check the failure reasons manually in the report and see, okay, like these are the 400 lines and which line is a failure, which line is something. So you can investigate it directly from here. Then you can create so many logics that if you just want the failure one and something like that, so that we will also see. Now let's start with the Playwright. So Playwright for Java, we just click on this and click on get started, and this is the page, this is a landing page. So we can do two things, we can go to Playwright. Okay, so this is like IntelliJ. We can set up our automation tool here, our Playwright setup here, or we have Visual Studio Code, we can set up it here. Okay, so there are basically these are IDs, so not to worry, you can but yeah, the methods by which we set up the things, so they are completely different. So we just have to take we just have to choose wisely, and it's basically like which ID we are comfortable, and which ID suits us, because these days also most Eclipse was a very good one. Eclipse is a very good one, I must say, that most of the developers, or you can say the automation testers are use Eclipse itself these days. But IntelliJ has taken a little leap, and it provided few additional features. Then people are using this as well. Then Visual Studio Code also implemented few things, and it's completely depend on the user, that the one which makes you comfortable, just go with that. Okay, so as of now I'm not taking much time in setting up, because I'm going to take a different session on that. So let's go with the try Playwright one. Okay, so there is a website, try.playwright.tech. okay, so if you go here, and this is you can say online playground for to try your scripts. Okay, so you can directly go here and start coding. Simply you can start coding your things, and you can start getting the result. I can just show you one. Okay, so let's suppose just comment this one first, or I just delete it, no problem at all. Okay, so what I'm going to perform it here. I'm going to for the to the Facebook page. Then I'm going to capture a screenshot, which is the home page screenshot, or you can say that login page screenshot. Let me just write it like login page screenshot, and after that I provide a username, a password, and then again I capture the screenshot, which is try login. Okay, and after that, okay, this is not required, so this I will click it later. So I simply run it. And you can see that first of all it goes the screenshot of login page, so it reaches to the login page, and after that it fills the detail, and then this is the second screenshot. So now basically when we do a testing, or you can say automation testing, so there are few things that we need to being a manual tester. Like suppose if we are a manual tester and we are and there is an automation tester, so what's the basic difference between them? Like manual tester definitely have a good knowledge of the process. They have a very good knowledge of the process. They have a very good knowledge of the I can say that the application. Okay, because they are interacting it in a very logical and human like and user like behavior. Okay, because they are interacting with from the user perspective, so they have a very good understanding of that. Okay, so what happens that I simply believe that manual testers cannot be replaced by an automation tester, because in a long extent and in a developing application, I must say. Okay, but definitely in when we talk about the regression suite, then they can be replaced, because like suppose if you have learned one process, if you have learned like signing up in a Facebook account, signing in into a Facebook account, then this is a process learned by you. Then then if you repeat it 100 times, 200 times, then there is no new learning for you. Okay, so there this automation is good. There automation can help us, because we just have to tell it that what it need to do. Okay, we just have to tell like whether you have to enter text, okay, or you have to click a button, okay, or you have to check any element on the page, okay, like warning messages and other. Okay, or whether you have to check hyperlinks, okay, or you can see that select options from drop down, checkboxes are there. Then we have dialog buttons. We have like there are multiple web elements that we need to interact with. We sometimes we have to hover the application, sometimes we have to like do multiple stuffs. But these are one time training stuff. So if your application is is a stable one, and it already been pass through all the changes that like suggested by the business developer or the users or something, then like adopting an automation strategy can be a time saver, can be a effort saver, can be money saver. Okay, so that's why people want to go for this automation these days. Like companies are opting it, and the clients are asking it multiple times. And then businesses and companies that provided resources and you can say that doing this testing and other stuffs. So they are also focusing on this automation one, because like big projects, like large projects, usually have these kind of regression activities a lot. Okay, like suppose you have an application which is having 10 modules, okay, which is having like 1 to 10 modules. Okay, but there is a so I have to do it. Yeah, so like suppose if it is having 1 to 10 modules, okay, and there is a change in first module, only first module, but all the modules are linked. Like suppose you can say that this first one is feeding all these 10. Okay, so you can see that you can say that uploading a picture, uploading a DP on the Facebook page, okay, on the Facebook profile. So if so it can impact on the login one, because whenever you enter in like try to enter it in the same machine which you are working earlier, but you have logged out of the session, then it has a memory, or it has saved your account in the caches, and then it just shows that oh, is this you, like the email address must be visible there because it's saved in the in the system if you have saved it. Okay, and like it should be appear on the right hand side of that screen, or everywhere everywhere on the page. So you can see that it's impacting on multiple modules. So what happened that if suppose you have done some changes with that with the DP one, okay, like suppose Facebook had introduced a secure DP, so or suppose it has introduced you can say that during Independence Day, so the person has selected that okay, I'm going to choose this Independence Day one sticker on my profile, which is provided by like Facebook. Okay, so it has selected it and then saved it. After that it need to be reflected on everywhere, because person had directly selected here, and if it's going to change the basic file itself, the JPG, the JPEG or PNG or whatever file format is that, if they are going to change the raw file, then it's completely fine. But if it's changing it dynamically, okay, then we have to check it everywhere. Or suppose if you want to paste a message here, or a dynamic one, like you must have seen that Instagram one. So Instagram, now these days we have a facility to put our message with our photo in in our Instagram application. Okay, the text statuses are going to reflect with our with our DP, like something like that. Okay, so the sole intent is to tell you that it's a time saver, and it's not an enemy. Automation is not an enemy, and not the automation testers. They are helpers. But the only problem is that people used to compare both of them. Both are different things. Okay, no doubt whatever manual testers are doing, they are automation testers are repeating it by using that automation tools and their coding skills. Okay, but it doesn't mean that automation is going to learn the application. Or it may be possible with the AI in upcoming days, that automation that we create some flows, we create some elements that and it goes to the application and directly start doing exploratory testing with that application. But definitely that is that cannot that cannot replace a human touch, okay, which a real user and real manual testers can provide. But as the market demands, and as the power of this technology, we have to use it, and we have to leverage this technology to make our task easy, so that then we can put our intelligence human mind to a very productive activity, instead of going through that login by clicking on the button, checking on the hyperlink, and checking a text on the page. Okay, checking typography of the page. So this is that's why we are here and to learn this stuff. Okay, I hope you guys are clear, and I will not repeat it again, because like this is a very basic stuff. So have created a sheet, and before go I just wanted to elaborate this, that why this has been created, because I personally believe that a person learns by their own questions. If you don't have any questions, like if you have no questions, like why I am here, okay, so you might be wondering like what I am teaching, and what's the use of this Playwright tool or something, if you have landed here like by luck, by chance or something. So you must be clear with your questions, and questions come questions coming like question development is a process which you will learn throughout a learning system. Okay, so जब तक आदमी गिरता नहीं है तो वो उठने के तरीके नहीं खोजता है ना. आपने अगर आपको पता ही नहीं है कि अगर गिरने के बाद क्या प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं और उससे निकलने का क्या क्या तरीका खोजा जा सकता है, देन यू विल नेवर एक्सप्लोर दिस वन. तो हम उसी फ्लो को फॉलो करेंगे. ठीक है. आई ऑल्सो गो विद ज़ीरो. Even you can just think that I also don't know anything related to this application, related to this code, even Java. Okay, I am at the zero, like you, like anyone who is learning this one from very scratch. So it's actually not about Playwright, it's actually about any application that we will explore. If you just explore this journey with me with full dedication, then definitely I can assure you that we can explore multiple tools in a very easy way. Okay, because we are developing a skill how to learn anything. Okay, so let's start. So now we were on the Playwright tool, and this is the first one, and you have seen that what is the power of this editor one. Okay, now I'm not going to focus it here. My focus is to learn this. Okay, this everything you want to know about Playwright is here, written here, in a very interesting way, in a very exploratory way, or you can say explanations are given very clearly, and you can learn it easily. So now the installation part I will cover in the next one. Then I'm going to cover this writing test first. So writing tests, basically introduction. So Playwright assertions are created specifically for the dynamic web. Okay, assertions are created for the dynamic web. What is a dynamic web and what is a static web? Okay, dynamic web, that means when the pages are going to change every time. Okay, checks are automatically retired until the necessary conditions are met. Okay, like if you are waiting for an element and it's not appearing, okay, or suppose you have clicked on something else, then the checks will expire automatically. Playwright comes with the auto wait built in, meaning it waits for the element to be actionable prior of performing an action. As I told you, Playwright provides assert that overloads to write assertions. Okay, now after reading this, there can be few questions that can come in your mind. Okay, let's see what that can be. Okay, or if you don't see, Playwright assertions are created specifically for dynamic web. Now what is this assertion meaning? What is assertion? Let's write it here. What is assertions? So assertions, so we, you might be worried that okay, I got the question. Let's first write the questions, and after that we will go and search the things. For the dynamic web, what is a dynamic web? What is dynamic web? Okay, checks are automatically retired until the necessary conditions are met. Playwrights come with auto wait built in, meaning it will wait for the element to be actionable prior of performing actions. Okay, what is this auto wait actually? Because this is a hyperlink, so we will go and open it in a new tab to learn more about that. Playwright provides assert that overloads to write assertions. Overloads to write assertion. What is overloading? Okay, what is overloading? So these are the questions that came in our mind. Now maybe you have asked a very relevant question, and this can also be asked in interviews. but who is going to answer this for you? Because you are learning yourself. One method is like you can copy this, you can go to Google, you can go to google.com and you can type it here. What are assertions? Sorry, what are assertions? You have to tell it actually for which point of view you want. So in Playwright Java testing, automation testing for get a clear answer. Playwright assertions are created specifically for the dynamic web. Checks are automatically read. You can see that this is the link of that written text because it has copied it and it has just responding that. So what are the assertions in automation testing? In Selenium, asserts are validations or checkpoints for an application. So these are the validation and checkpoints of an application. So like, what are the validations and checkpoints? Basically, validation or checkpoint of an application. So what can be the validations? Like validations can be is visible. Okay, is visible. It can be is visible. It can be is clickable. Okay, and anything like is enabled. Okay, so these kind of assertions you can get. Like suppose let's go to this. Here assert that. Now another question, second question. First, what is dynamic web? Now click search like this, same, and the next tag need to be same, and click. Now complex dynamic web table handles in Playwright. What is a dynamic web? Now how you handle a dynamic web in the Playwright? What is the automation framework for this? What is the better masking if you are not able to handle dynamic web pages? Okay, now say this. Launch the browser, navigate to this, search the name as Jackman, check the checkbox using XPath. Okay, so dynamic pages is like suppose that changes according to the condition. Okay, like if suppose you enter a wrong password. Okay, like if you enter a email address in a wrong way means you don't apply that @gmail.com @yahoo.com or something, and you simply put a tab and went to the password one, then you will get an error message that please write the correct email ID. Okay, so that is a simple message, like that is a check that applied there. Okay, and before like even clicking on that submit button, it's start appearing there. So you have to check it. So these are basically the dynamic web tables in Playwright. Like if you click on it and we go and learn more about that. Yeah, see here. Okay, test case dynamic XPath. So this, see this, like these are the web tables. Okay, so when you click on it, then there, yeah, see those async APIs and dynamic XPath. Code explanation is this. Async XPath and this. So this way you can see you can ask questions by directly going to the web, but there is a problem. Like you have to write each and every time this big line, like in Playwright Java automation testing, and you don't know like at what context it is giving you answer, because it's just provide you open market. So I just wanted to provide you a simple solution for that. Okay, so this is ChatGPT. You must have heard about that. Okay, because this is very popular these days, and this is like a lifesaver for most of the industry persons who want to generate the data rapidly, but also a killing one for a lot of jobs. So I just don't want to use that word killing, because it's just upgraded version of that. So we have to skill ourselves to get ready for that. Yeah, okay. Sorry. So if you want to take help of ChatGPT as a trainer, as a Playwright trainer, so you have to tell GPT like you want, you have to first make it a trainer. Okay, so you have to write like this: consider yourself an automation trainer of Playwright Java, having 20 plus years of experience of industry of web testing experience. Help me in getting answers related to the same. Now just enter. Okay, certainly I will be happy with you to answer the Playwright in Java and web testing. Whether you are looking for guidance on specific Playwright Java functions, best practices for automation, or troubleshooting any issues, feel free to ask questions. Now you have made it an automation trainer for yourself. Okay, so what you have to ask? You simply have to copy these questions and you have to paste it here. What are assertions? Assertions are a statement or conditions that you include in your code to ensure that certain expectations are met. In context of web testing of automation, assertions are commonly used to verify that the web applications behave as expected. When you write automated tests, assertions help you to validate whether the actual result matches with the expected one and plays a crucial role in determining the success or failure. Okay, so what are the in Playwright Java of web testing, you might be assertions to check things like element existence. Okay, आप एलिमेंट एग्जिस्टेंस चेक कर सकते हैं. यू जस्ट वांट टू वेरीफाई द टेक्स्ट वेरिफिकेशन, यू वांटेड टू वेरीफाई द एट्रीब्यूट वेरिफिकेशंस, you want to verify that the page titles, the URL verification, as I told you, hyperlink verifications. Okay, now basic example you can see here. So what it does, like here is an example of JUnit and Playwright in Java. So what it does, like assertions to check a web element exists. So what is assert true, page dot is visible. So if page dot is visible, if this element is visible, then it returned a true, and it just shows in your report that the assertion got passed and this step successfully completed. So you can mark in your report that this result has been achieved, and that's why our test case is fast. Now text verification. So expected test dot page dot text contains, and you are going to validate this, and you are equating them. Assert equals. So what are the assertions we have? We have asserts like assert true. Okay, so if you just remove this validation check for, so what are the assertions we have? We have, just a minute guys. Okay, yeah, we have assert true, we have assert equals, then other method for different assertions. Okay, so this way your first question is answered successfully. Okay, and you can see that it has explained this very well, that if you just write it down here, like if you just write it down here simply, then you are able to answer it to anyone. Okay, you are able to answer it to anyone in a very detailed way, that yeah, I know about this thing which I'm asking you. Okay, so this is the beauty of ChatGPT. Now I'm going to ask this, what is a dynamic web? So I simply ask, what is a dynamic web? So dynamic web refers to the web pages that are generated or customized on fly based fly based on user interactions, inputs, and other variables. Unlike static web pages that remains the same for all users and in all contexts, dynamic web pages are capable of adapting and changing their context in real time. This dynamic behavior is often powered by the server-side technologies, client-side scripting, or a combination of both. Okay, here are some key characteristics of the given server-side processing. Okay, the things process at server side, the things process at server side. Then client side scripting is there, because we have to, like here you can see dynamic web pages often involve server side processing, where the web server generates content dynamically in response to the user request. User request, what you can see that if suppose you select if you have ever filled a Google form. Okay, so in Google Forms, when you select sometimes it happens that at the first page, if you are filling it as a student, okay, and like suppose you have to fill the examination form, so what happen that on the first page is going to select it going to ask you a class, your class. So you just provide your class, and after that it just provide you a list of all the subjects that you can choose from, and on the next page, okay, you can choose from, and then it will goes accordingly. Okay, so this way you can see that everything is written at the server side, and it's just giving you everything as per your request. If you are selecting class 10, then you are getting different subjects. If you are selecting class 6, you are getting different subjects. So this is how it works. Okay, and like the same way that you must have seen that in the drop downs, like when you select if it's like country and states, so if you select India, okay, then again when you go to the go to the states, then you start getting Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, and say, other, or if you select the states, then again you are getting the cities onto it to select the examination center. So this is basically it's a request based thing, or you can say the logic based thing. So but it's everything is written at the server side. So client side scripting is basically this a dynamic behavior can also be achieved through client side scripting like JavaScript. So JavaScript is basically a very good language for website development. So you can see that how can I show you a JavaScript example now. This allows for interactive features that respond to the user action without requiring a full page reload. Okay, Ajax, yeah, asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So this is used to build this kind of behavior. Like if you select something, or you just hover on something, then you start getting something on the screen. So this is all which is achieved using the Ajax. Okay, then user input and interactivity. So dynamic web pages often involve user input such as the form, buttons, and everything, that database integration, then content personalization. Like suppose if you are logged www.facebook.com in my machine, then it will navigate you to my dashboard. But if you are logging it in Ram's machine, then it's going to navigate to Ram machine, considering that we both have logged into the machine in the browser, then we are clicking on this. So the link is same, but its behavior for both of them are different. So this is a content personalization. Then content management system. So content management system is also there. So this way this is related to the dynamic web. Okay, so what is overloading? Then I clicked on this, and what is overloading? Let's learn. Okay, method overloading is a feature of programming language. It allows a class it allows to class having multiple methods with the same name but with different parameters. Okay, this method must have a different number of types of parameters or both. Overloading provides a way to define multiple methods in the same class but perform similar tasks, but with the variation in the inputs. Okay, like suppose if I provide a calculator example, तो अगर calculator में like if we go for a function add, okay, so we can add 2 numbers, we can add 3 numbers, we can add we can add like two double number, and we can add like floating number. So it is basically overloading of that function. Okay, then string concatenation also, like it will return the concatenated thing. Okay, So we can write multiple things, like here you can see that these all are going to give us a return, but they all call this add one. Okay, and different actions has been written under different function, but we are only calling this add one. So this is nothing but method overloading. Okay, so this way you have seen that how powerful ChatGPT can be if you are using the correct prompt. Okay, so that's how we can use it. So this way, if I go to that this written text, so take a look at the example for how to write a text using the first assertion, locator, and selector. So what we are going to use? We are going to use assertions, we are going to use locators, we are going to use selectors. Assertions, locator, and selectors. Okay, so this the top thing, it's basically libraries, so we don't need to worry about that. Then this is a try. This is like invoking the Playwright, like creating a new Playwright session, then a new browser invocation, then this a new page creation, then after that navigating to a different page, and then asserting that assert that page, which page? This page dot new page, which is written by this and has title, and title we have to check this, that has title. What title? Patterns dot compile Playwright. So this title that should have this title. Then locator dot get started locator have this one. Okay, and then set this one, and we have to check and whether this is matching with our intent. Then expect an attribute to be strictly equal to the value. Then strictly equal to has attribute, and then we have to provide the attribute and the value. So it's for strictly like validating that thing. Then get started dot click, then we have to click that, then we have to validate that after the clicking, are we getting that this this particular name installation page is going to be visible for us. So this way these assertions are worked. So that we will cover in the further sessions, but today, like, I just wanted to show you like that how we are going to use basic learning methods, and we are going to use ChatGPT for to learn this. We are going to use DevTools. We are going to use Playwright .dev. We are going to use try.playwright test, playwright what is it, tech for learning ChatGPT. Okay, so I hope you feel comfortable now with this ChatGPT one, and with this Playwright tech one, and with this one. And we are going to cover this in a very detailed one, which for every section I am going to create a separate videos, so that everyone can understand it better. Okay, I hope you will like this series, and I will do justice with your time. Okay, then thank you so much.